Hey, you know what would make your customer service help desk way better? Dumping it and then switching to intercom. But you're not quite ready to make that change. We get it. That's why Finn, the world's leading AI customer service agent, is now available on every help desk. Finn can instantly resolve up to 80% of your tickets, which makes your customers happier and gets you off the customer service rep hiring treadmill. Finn by Intercom, the leading customer service AI agent, now available on every help desk.
On today's Smart 7 inauguration day for President Trump, TikTok comes back to life and lots more. It's Monday, 20th of January, it's National Cheese Lovers Day, and happy birthday, Gary Barlow.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
It's Inauguration Day in the US, and Donald Trump is set to begin his second term as president. He'll be sworn in at around 12 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 5 p.m. here in the UK. His inaugural address will be taking place inside the US Capitol Rotunda after freezing temperatures in Washington, D.C. forced the festivities to be moved indoors. Unsurprisingly, Trump's inauguration has sparked plenty of debate in UK politics this weekend. Chief Secretary to the Treasury Darren Jones says the UK can build a strong relationship with Trump and the US despite their differences.
If you step back a bit from the detail and the rumours and the gossip, I just think Britain needs to be confident about itself. And I think there'll be plenty of opportunities there for us to do deals with President Trump-elect, both in the interests of the British economy, but also for democracies and the West.
Meanwhile, Shadow Foreign Secretary Priti Patel, who is Washington, says foreign politicians should respect the will of the American people and leave Trump alone.
I think we have to respect the fact that he has a very significant mandate. The American people voted clearly, categorically for him. And it's really not for politicians in other countries to start making disrespectful and disparaging comments about President-elect Trump.
Over 15 months since the conflict began, a ceasefire in Gaza finally took effect on Sunday. The three-phase agreement starts with a 6-week truce and the release of Israeli hostages from Gaza in exchange for Palestinian prisoners being held by Israel. It'll also see Israeli forces begin to withdraw from Gaza and more humanitarian aid flowing into the Strip. For more than 2 million Palestinians in Gaza, it's a much-needed reprieve. But it almost didn't happen at all, with Israeli PM Netanyahu threatening to pull out during talks this weekend.
If we need to resume fighting, we will do that in new ways, and we will do it with great force. Both Trump and Biden gave full backing to Israel's right to return to fighting, if Israel concludes that these negotiations are fruitless.
So far, 3 Israeli hostages have been freed, including 28-year-old British citizen Emily Damari. 90 Palestinian prisoners were also freed in the early hours of Monday morning. But there's fears that the agreement won't hold, given its implementation was hours delayed, and every new phase requires fresh negotiations. Palestinian diplomat Hussam Zomlot says it's too little too late.
We've been waiting for it 15 months, but it is indeed 15 months too late, and 200,000 people maimed and killed too late. More than 70% of Gaza's structures too late. I dread the day I go back to Gaza to see the magnitude of the destruction.
Saturday saw thousands of American TikTok users receive a notification that the app had been banned in the US and their accounts were inaccessible. It followed a Supreme Court ruling on Friday that upheld a law requiring TikTok's Chinese parent company, ByteDance, to sell the app to an American buyer by Sunday to avoid a ban. But within 24 hours, some US users had reportedly regained access to the app as TikTok posted on X that it was working to restore services after President-elect Donald Trump announced he'll sign an executive order to stall the ban. TikToker Dylan Hollis, who you might know for his vintage baking videos, says losing his US audience could be devastating.
It's been a roller coaster. I really feel for those who haven't been on TikTok for long enough to diversify. So we have other ventures and we do these things, and of course we can't forget that other social media sites do exist. However, I really feel for those who are just getting started. They've got all of that, and now it's dropped from underneath them.
With Trump's inauguration imminent, military alliance NATO has announced it will take on some of the United States' responsibilities in coordinating Western aid to Ukraine. It's been seen as a move to safeguard Western support for Ukraine from NATO skeptic Trump, who threatened to withdraw from the alliance during his first presidential term and pushed allies to spend 3% of GDP on defence, exceeding NATO's 2% target. Here's NATO Military Committee Chairman Admiral Rob Bauer making the announcement on Saturday.
The framework after Washington is to transfer some of the things that were organised by the US now into NATO. The SAG-U, the IDCC, those were that was a group of nations helping Ukraine. Now NATO is taking over that responsibility.
Still to come on the Smart 7, Ruben Amorim doesn't hold back and Robbie Williams throws some shade right after this.
Hey, you know what would make your customer service help desk way better? Dumping it and then switching to Intercom. But you're not quite ready to make that change. We get it. That's why Finn, the world's leading AI customer service agent, is now available on every help desk. Finn can instantly resolve up to 80% of your tickets, which makes your customers happier and gets you off the customer service rep hiring treadmill. Finn by Intercom, the leading customer service AI agent, now available on every help desk.
Welcome back.
Sunday delivered plenty of drama in the Premier League. David Moyes celebrated his first win back as Everton manager with a 3-2 home victory over Spurs. Meanwhile, Man City were back on top form with a stunning 6-0 win at Ipswich Town. But the struggles continued for Man United, who were defeated 3-1 at home to Brighton. Yankuba Minteh opened the scoring for the Seagulls just 5 minutes in, and while Bruno Fernandes' 23rd minute penalty brought United level, they couldn't stop Brighton adding another 2 in the second half. United manager Ruben Amorim had some harsh words for his team.
We are being the worst team, maybe, in the history of Manchester United. And I know that you want headlines, but I'm saying that because we have to acknowledge that and to change that.
Better Man may just have secured the title of 2025's first box office flop, grossing just $13 million on a $110 million budget. Robbie Williams' jukebox biopic has been getting rave reviews in the UK, but across the pond it's a different story. American audiences seem baffled, asking 2 big questions: why the CGI chimp, and also, who exactly is Robbie Williams? Even Robbie himself seemed to acknowledge his stateside invisibility this weekend when he talked about his surprise appearance on T-Swift's Reputation tour.
Taylor, I think, knew the concept of a Robbie Williams somewhere in the world, but I don't think knew anything about me. But like when I came up through the stage and the audience erupted, you could just see this thing in her face go, eh?
If you've ever watched a beautifully animated kids movie and thought this could use more real people, then you're in luck. The live-action remake of How to Train Your Dragon hits cinemas June 13th, and the trailer's just dropped. This time Mason Thames will be taking on the role of Hiccup, with Gerard Butler returning as Stoic the Vast. But seriously, if this trend continues, what's next? Paw Patrol in live action. Anyway, here's a sneak peek at what Hiccup, Toothless and the gang are up to this time.
When you carry this axe, you carry all of us with you.
Dad, I can't kill dragons.
But you will.
I'm a Viking. I'm a Viking!
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes and we'll give you the world.
Hey, you know what would make your customer service help desk way better? Dumping it and then switching to Intercom. But you're not quite ready to make that change. We get it. That's why Finn, the world's leading AI customer service agent, is now available on every help desk. Finn can instantly resolve up to 80% of your tickets, which makes your customers happier and gets you off the customer service rep hiring treadmill. Finn by Intercom, the leading customer service AI agent, now available on every help desk.